G'day guys, how's it bloody going? And welcome to MAT5 Reviews Devil May Cry. So Devil May Cry is a supernatural, action-adventure, hack-and-slash kind of game. And these games follow the adventures of Dante with a badass haircut. Well, not so much in this game. So this version of Devil May Cry is actually a reimagining of the Devil May Cry franchise. You see, Devil May Cry was an old PS2 game, spawning 2 sequels on the PS2 and it also had a sequel on the PS3. Now I've got to say now, I have not played the first 3 games. I was semi-interested in getting the HD collection, but 3 games like that, I don't feel like I have time to play all of these games. Because when I heard that there was going to be a reimagining of the Devil May Cry franchise, I sort of wanted to play the old games to see what they were like, but I found I didn't really have enough time, so I actually didn't end up buying this game. I just eventually got it for free on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, fuck me, I love PlayStation Plus. So yeah, I finally get the opportunity to play it, but I'm just telling you now, I can't base this off any knowledge of the first 3 games. The only game I ever played was Devil May Cry 4 on the PS3. So yeah, let's get on with the review. This game follows the story of Dante, and Dante is a demon hunter and he happens to live in the city being controlled by demons. The demons are brainwashing everybody and all this stuff, and you end up going on this epic quest to try and take him down. Without giving too much away, you end up meeting this chick called Kat. Now she's part of an organization called the Order, and their aim is to pretty much take down these demons and their corporations that are mind controlling everybody so that the world's not controlled by demons anymore. And you have to take down the head demon of them all, Mundus. But of course there are side plots along, but I'm not sure if I should really talk about them, so I'll let you find out for yourself. So the one cool thing Dante can do, besides ass kicking with swords and pistols, is travel between dimensions, between the real world and Limbo. Limbo is pretty much this evil, demented world where you can see all of the demons that aren't visible in the real world. And Kat isn't able to fully travel to Limbo, but with her powers and magic she's able to communicate to Dante in Limbo. So pretty much all the fights in this game is pretty much in Limbo, like for the entire game. But I must say, it's a very interesting world to fight in. I'm not sure if I should talk more about the plot and the characters because I don't want to give too much away if you haven't played any of these games, any version of these games, so I don't want to give anything away, so I'll let you find out for yourself. So let's just move on to the pros and the cons. Starting with the pros. I must say, this is a very stylish and unique world. I mean, the modern city is nothing special, but Limbo, it's so demented and, you know, just very unique and amazing. I loved fighting and moving around this world. It was just very visually amazing, and some of the things that happen just bend your mind, and I just think it's great. And the cutscenes are very well done too. It sort of reminds me of a bit of, you know, anime sort of stuff. So yeah, I love the cutscenes, and I just love the visual style of Limbo. Limbo is just a standout for me. So while progressing throughout the game, you end up getting a good amount of weapons and abilities at your disposal. I mean, it's not the biggest amount of weapons. I mean, I only found myself using maybe like a few of them, and some of them I just left out and didn't find as useful. But still, it was a decent amount. I mean, I probably could have liked a few more weapons, but you know, they were still good and they were fun to use. And of course, all of these abilities and weapons are upgradable. You end up growing levels throughout the game depending on how much points you get at the end of the level and throughout the levels and stuff. So yeah. Alright, I know there was a whole uproar about Dante's new appearance. I mean, in the old games he was sort of like an older, rustic, you know, white-haired kind of guy. And in this game he just looks like, you know, someone out of Twilight. Seriously, he kind of does look like someone out of Twilight. But yeah, I don't really care what he looks like. This is a reimagining, you know. But yeah, he's just, judging by his look, he looks like he's supposed to be a really annoying character. But really, there was no real point in the game where I personally found him annoying. I actually thought he was quite mature, and he was like, he took every sort of situation seriously, every now and then being a bit of a smartass about it. But it's the kind of good smartass I played Devil May Cry 4, and I don't think it's as cool smartass as in that game, but it's still good. I like smartass characters that are also serious and also get the job done. Surprisingly, the supporting cast is good as well. I mean, Kat is a quite interesting character. There is other characters you meet that are quite interesting. Mundus is such a dick, you know you want him dead. But yeah, they acted well, they're not annoying, and they don't get in the way. And yeah, I enjoyed pretty much every cutscene in this game. I was fully involved in it, really. I mean, the story was told very well. I mean, I wasn't at any point thinking, you know, oh, I'm confused, I don't understand what they're talking about anymore. I mean, Usually with games, like, I seem to get quite lost, but in this game, they just told it, like, so straightforwardly that I didn't really get lost, and, you know, I could follow everything they were talking about. Like, there was no crazy speeches about, like, demons and, like, all this mystical crap that I probably wouldn't have really given two shits about. But, you know, so I'm glad that the story was told very straightforward, and I knew what I had to do. So this game mainly focuses on hack and slash gameplay, while keeping up different sort of combos and trying not to get hit to build up a score that will give you more points at the end of the level. And I found the combat was very addicting. I mean, the combat is kind of straightforward, but it's kind of hard at the same time. But when you kind of know what you're doing, I mean, you can pull off the most badass things, and I just found the combat quite addictive at times. Pulling off the perfect combos and just, you know, looking badass while doing it. And even every time you kill the last enemy in an area, it like does this epic like slow motion thing, and it just looks awesome and you feel so badass. So in the game you end up getting two different grapple hooks. One is an angel hook and one is a demon hook. Now these are used during combat, but they're also used for platforming sometimes in the level, which break up the action. And I mean, I've heard that some people don't like the platforming, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it was fiddly at times and kind of a pain in the ass, but I did like something else to do besides killing everything all the time. So you end up using these hooks to get around the environment, and you have to use the right hook at the right time. This can be quite confusing. I kind of got it in the end, but there were certain times where I was like, oh crap, I was supposed to use this hook, and I just died and fell. Well, you don't actually die when you fall, but you just get hurt. But you know, there was times like that, and I did find it annoying, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I didn't really mind the platforming. I thought it worked well and was quite enjoyable. There are a couple of puzzles in this game, nothing too extreme, but it's just something to break up the action. Along with the visual style of this game, the boss battles can be quite crazy. I mean, some of them are so trippy and well done, and I haven't fought bosses like this before. They're just so unique and so well made, and just, you know, they visually look great. I haven't fought such interesting bosses in a while. I mean, it's good, it's refreshing to have like interesting boss battles again. And finally, I just want to say, throughout your adventures in each level, or not every level, but you'll find hidden objects, you'll find hidden keys, souls, and doors. So there's a certain number of these things throughout the levels. It's pretty much to like add replayability to the game. Unless you're an epic smartass and you end up finding everything at once, but you know, I wasn't. But yeah, I just see a lot of replayability with this game, going back and trying to collect all of those things, going back to finish this game on a harder difficulty. There are so many difficulties. There's like, 6 or 7 or something, and there was like a difficulty where you die in one hit. Fuck that. So yeah, that's enough of the pros, let's move on to the cons. Good girl, Ebony, good girl. I know this probably isn't really a main issue, but I find it a little bit weird how you can't block in this game. I mean, he's got a sword and he's really badass. How come he doesn't know how to block? I mean, all you can do is evade or jump out of the way of attacks. I just find it really strange how you can't block or do like counters and stuff like that with blocking or something. You know, I just find that really such a strange thing to leave out of a game like this. I'm not sure if it was in the old games, but I would have liked the like ability to block. Although I did sort of enjoy evading and jumping out of the way. It was kind of more badass, but still, blocking, it seems like it would have fitted into this game. I must say, with combat, sometimes it can be really hard to remember combos. I mean, the fighting system isn't overall complex, there's a few modifiers, but you know, after a day, like a day later after playing it, you can end up forgetting combos and stuff like that. It's very easy to forget. You end up remembering, but still, those first few fights when you come back into the game, you end up sort of getting owned. Well, I did. And just to let you know, there's not a whole lot of variety in this game, besides hack and slash gameplay, platforming, and like the odd puzzle or two. So pretty much if you don't like those kind of games, I'm not sure if you will really enjoy this game. Even with the interesting visual style of the game, I mean, if you don't like wave, you know, hack and slash combat, I mean, essentially the game is pretty much just like a bunch of different rooms, like like very interesting rooms, but it's pretty much just a bunch of different rooms that like throws different batches of enemies at you, different combinations of enemies, and you just kill them. That's pretty much the whole gist of the game. So if you don't like that kind of gameplay, I'm afraid you're a bit screwed. So yeah, in the end, I found this game visually fantastic. It just looked damn great. I enjoyed the addictive combat. I mean, I got addicted to it. I enjoyed playing this game. I enjoyed the combat. It worked very well. I haven't played games like this very often, and it's just good to play a good one. And there was also a decent amount of enemies in this game. Nothing too, like, crazy, but, like, just different sort of kinds of different enemies, just to sort of mix it up, and just made it a bit more challenging and fun. So yeah, I'm not sure how to recommend this game, because there are some haters out there that just hate this game because they changed the way Dante looked and other things. But I must say, I recommend this game if you love those hack and slash games, because I just found the combat addicting. I'm not sure if I can fully recommend it on the visual style, because, you know, you're only going to see like the entire visual style of the game if you like the combat and the story. But yeah, I found the combat addicting, and I found the story quite interesting, and I wanted to see it through to the end. But yeah, I cannot recommend this game if you don't like hack and slash games, which is pretty much just about, you know, killing waves after waves of enemies and like building up scores and stuff like that. And, you know, just, yeah, if you don't like games like that, I can't really recommend this game. But I think you should give it a chance. I mean, I really did enjoy this game, and it's a shame that I won't get to play it for a while now, but if I ever do go back to it, I'll be happy to go back to it. I mean, I'd like to go back and maybe do it on a harder difficulty or something, because I just found it fun to play. It's just a generally fun game. It even makes me interested in going back into seeing like what the HD versions of 1, 2, and 3 are like. Oh god, but with my busy schedule, I don't know. I think I'll have to wait until there's like a few months of downtime, which I doubt is ever going to happen. So have you played this reimagining of Devil May Cry? What did you think of this version of the game? Is it really that much different to the older games, or did you think it was better? And if there's anything you want to know about the game, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. And if you like this review and you want to see more, remember to subscribe to me on YouTube or like me on Facebook if you want to see more. Alright guys, thank you for watching my review. I hope to see you for the next one. MAT5 is bloody out of here.